The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady today in a range of 3.5% to 3.75%, but the vote was 9-3, and all three dissenters wanted to raise rates rather than cut them. Chairman Kevin Warsh, who has made clear he dislikes telling markets what the Fed will do next, published a notably shorter statement than usual and said of the split, quote, "I asked for a good family fight, and I got one." The market's answer was a spike and then a fade. In the hour of the decision, Alphabet jumped from 337 to nearly 342. Microsoft touched 401, and Apple set another record high at 344.57. And in the following hour, most of that was given back. Underneath it, two pressures the Fed itself named. Crude oil spiked 7% as President Trump vowed strikes on Iran, and the statement blamed part of its uncertainty on the Middle East conflict. Microsoft and Meta report within the hour, and Apple and Amazon report tomorrow morning alongside growth and inflation data. Alphabet is the position. 14 shares bought Tuesday at $333.04, now near $336.60 for a gain of about $50 or 1%. Today it books a fifth straight higher close, and it has recovered nearly 6% from last week's low of $314.89. The important development is mechanical rather than fundamental. Nvidia did not join the relief rally. It finished near $193.40, down almost 2%, a fourth straight losing session and nearly 9% below where it traded a week ago, with a low today of $190.68. All three of the system's safety conditions fail, and the binding one is not close. The price sits almost 5% below its long-term trend line, which blocks this for weeks rather than hours. The story behind it is a sector event, not a company event. Microsoft is the clearest demonstration this system has produced of why it reads recomputed numbers instead of a chart. The data file shows Microsoft with every safety condition open and its momentum reading crossing up through the buy line on the afternoon of its earnings report. It is an illusion. The file captured the price at the top of the spike that followed the Fed decision for $101, and Microsoft is now back near $396. Reports tomorrow, Thursday, July 30th, with AWS the focus, the same morning as GDP and PCE. 229.50 against a 230.74 close, minus 0.54%. Session range 227.20 to 232.82, a third straight lower close, and a fourth straight session unable to reclaim 231. Standing exclusion, unchanged, and not close on any measure. 302.07 against a 307.30 close, minus 1.70%. Session range 299.74 to 308.64, giving back the whole of yesterday's bounce and closing at the low end of it. The trend arm is blocked for months rather than days. Lagged close 307.34 against an SMA. 200 of 342.28 is an 11.4% gap, and that single filter fails regardless of anything else.